Welcome adventurers, and today we're doing Preston City Historic Adventure Part 2, which is exploring Church Street and seeing what buildings have been either boarded up or still available, or what they also used to look like. Isn't that right? So we're actually just approaching the first building right away. This is known as the Ringway. These are new. So this has recently just been renovated, and this used to be the first pub on Church Street. Well, the first one when you're heading into Church Street. So this pub used to do live music every night of the week, as many musicians graced the stage at this popular pub, the Lamb. The pub has now been converted into flats. I'm actually glad that they've actually kept it like the same.
Well, probably not. It's probably like completely new and renovated inside, so it's not like the same as it would have been if you'd have gone back in time. But people like to spoil good old classic historical buildings.
This used to be called Ted Carter's. It used to be one of the, well, it still is the actual best angling shop. They've now took over this, what used to be a pub. It's now called Angling Direct. I'm surprised if they don't take over that at some point. Now, obviously there's probably other buildings along here, but I can't really seem to find much information on it. So in the late 90s we used to have a shop called Deepdale TVs. Which, as you'll see in the photo fade, I'm not quite sure which building it was, but it was one of these buildings.
Obviously the Cobblers is still old. Well,
yeah, I'm actually surprised that that's actually, is it still going or is it not? Oh, it looks like it's, I don't think it's still going though, actually.
Well, he only must have recently packed up. He's been there for ages, so there's a sign there. Oh, he's relocated. Oh, that's a shame that. This thing's been here for probably God knows how long. He's probably been the one in his family and his family and his families. And he's moving.
Oh, look, our friend.
Oh, yeah, a friend.
And I think even this is gone now as well.
It looks it, yeah.
This used to be a place that helps disabled people or gives you advice. And it was even funded by the lottery. So that's these two buildings gone. So what we have is a travel agent down there. Then there was a building here as well that Sean found some information on, but I can't seem to find the information.
Well, I found it ages ago when we were doing it for this game.
And then you've got Cotton Court, which used to be a cotton mill up there. It's now just looks like a block of offices.
I know, all these like wonderful buildings getting turned into nothingness. At least it's better than them being wiped out into a car park.
And over here, it's just flats up there, and a baby boutique shop. So we've got an immigration service which possibly shut down. A denture clinic which is still open. Tattoo studio possibly shut down.
Me.
And then this has just been done up in the last 5 years.
Wasn't this derelict and left alone to rot as well?
This was, because I don't think this glass pane was here. I think you could just go through it. But they've done all this up. But unfortunately the shops that are here have not really stuck around, because I think that's shut down. And I don't know if that's shut down. Doesn't look very open.
And they're nothing special either. Shame. And here's the good old old Bluebell.
So this is classed as actually a listed building, this one. So I did mention in actually a previous video that if technology is not really allowed in this pub.
Nope, they like to keep it old style. Old school.
So this opened in 1716.
Bloody hell.
And it's one of the oldest public houses that still serves ale this day in Preston. So no wonder they don't want technology in there.
Days at Pirates, this. Jesus Christ.
So I'll take a little detour up here. Because this is like classed off Church Street. Because not many people actually know up here. But you've got the side of the pub here, which is still rustic really, and then up here, which I'm not too sure if it's still going, but you've got a spiritualist church.
For those that want to know, the spiritualism runs in my family. But yeah, look, they got a big old rotty building there, whatever that used to be. I'd love to find out what these little bits were here beforehand. They'd been treated.
Then there did used to be a building here, which then they made it into a car park. Now they've made it into nothing.
Hence the reason why I say useless.
Yeah. That used to be a pub for gays, lesbians and bisexuals, I think. Even that's being done up. I don't know what that's going to be.
Party flats.
You've got a couple of, well, you've got a take, well, I was going to say a couple of takeaways. You've got a takeaway there, taxi rank, excuse me, and you've got another closed down takeaway.
But isn't it just wonderful? I love it, mate. It's just like...
Oops. I did say I needed to stop doing that.
Like, you've got this building here that was around 1716, what's to do with, like, what, pirate era? And I mean, that to me is amazing. And you look all around, like he's just showed, you know, it's all upgraded, modernified, and that's still there from, like, what, 300 odd years ago? To me, that's the sort of thing that I love. Just history. You can't beat it. It's amazing. But it's just insane how it's still here to this day when we're around. It's just...
Right, so let's continue back on Church Street. Might as well tell you about some of these buildings over here. This building's changed hands quite a number of times in the past couple of months.
They've only just been done up, haven't they? They were really derelict, all these along here.
Yeah, but then that one kept getting smashed. It was called the Sister Lounge before, whatever it's called now. And you got a Thai eatery, another hair and beauty, bag shop. That's covered in bin liners. That tattoo shop I think shut down. And then we've got Action Records, which is... That's been there for a very long time.
You know, that reminds me a lot of it. Charlie with the, what was it called now? Townsend Records or something like that.
Now this part of town is the worst to cross. Cross?
No, my son decided he wanted to go off the last second.
So that Barbers is still running. But yeah, Action Records is run by someone called Gordon Gibson and has been in the premises on Church Street since the 80s. Wow.
40 odd years, wow.
And it's still running. So you see, this is the actual example of something that's actually run really well. And it's a record shop, which you wouldn't have thought records would still actually be in commission today. But it's all been nicely renovated.
They're not really, are they though? It's like, it's more like my granddad's era. But once again, I love that stuff. Like when you see them like flipping the vinyl and slapping it on, putting a little pin on it, and it just plays the song, and it's like, it's an head trip.
Now this next shop, this is going to be iconic to most Prestonians, Tony the Jewellers. So Mohammed, aka Tony Karim, 52, and his wife Bilquis, 48, of Wally Old Road, Little Horwood, are believed to have been the victims of an attempted robbery at Tony's Jewellers business in Church Street. Police examined possible links with other robberies across Lancashire, including a similar raid in Preston and a raid at Arthur Barry's Jewellers in Rawtenstall. The same black Subaru vehicle was used in both raids. When they didn't answer the door, their sons Shafiq and Shabir forced their way into the building, where they discovered the bodies of their mother and father in a room at the rear of the shop. Both had horrific injuries and appeared to have been attacked with a knife, but police still are not known where the murder weapon was. It's unclear whether any jewellery had been stolen. But that's a little story of this, which is quite tragic actually.
And I didn't know that because I'm not originally from Preston, so it was quite intriguing for me to learn as well.
Now if we be quiet.
I didn't actually believe you, did I, when you first ever told me? And you went, no, I'm being honest.
Now
look, we've got old beans there.
Oh yeah. Now this used to be open, you could actually see rats running around.
Yeah, but they probably closed up because they haven't kept throwing the trash down there.
So I've been to that Indian restaurant once, it's actually quite nice. That's still running, that's been there for a while. Right, and this, I'm actually disappointed with this place because this used to be called Barnys Piano Bar. And it used to actually have the old, well, it still has one of them up there. It used to have the old decals on the window of pigs playing trumpets. Now I'm going to try and attach these images to the video so you can actually see what it looked like, but they've actually removed them all. And that's why it used to be called Barnys Piano Bar, because of what used to be in the windows. But now it's called Wonderwall. Now, I don't mean to be mean actually saying this about this premises, but it's always been the type of place where hooligans go. But it seems to have maybe cleaned up its act. This is another one. 55th Division Association Club. That used to be a restaurant. Now it's unfortunately gone.
Italian weren't
Curries, burgers, wraps. It actually used to look like it used to do everything. Then we've got King's Castle, which is new. That's only opened in the past like month. the bear's paw. That's been there for a while. Then we've got an American candy shop.
Well, that's what that's meant to be, in it. American, like one of those diners, isn't it?
Yeah. This was supposed to be open in the summer, but they seem to have abandoned it. This has been opening for the past God knows how many years. That'll be a reoccurring theme in just a moment. Pepe's. Looks like they're having a refurbishment. Oh yeah, they are. And this place had a fire a few years back where the roof was completely demolished. This used to be an Italian restaurant. Then it was taken over by this place, but then it's never really seemed to have been open. So I don't know really what's happening with this place. This used to be Nando's, I think, after the Italian restaurant. Was it before?
Before, and then it became this. Because I thought this was going to go big with it being Italian. Everyone was Italian.
Yeah.
And then we got a big dirty building there that's run down, and a big dirty building over there that's run down.
Yeah. Now I know this closed just after when I was a kid, if that makes sense, because I do remember my mum going in there a few times. It used to be a furniture shop. And then this used to be Fastline Superbikes. Next we have, well, down some of this side street. I can't remember what that takeaway used to be. Can you remember what that used to be?
I can't remember myself now.
We used to go there all the time.
It's been that long that it's been out of commission now that it's. You can't.
Actually, we'll have a little walk up here. But that used to be quite a nice takeaway. And then we've got a shop.
As if they've still got.
Well, you should have walked in my video then. Shut up. So this is City Wash. And whatever that is. A takeaway.
Chicks in it.
Now this is a shame, this has been recently on fire again. But I didn't actually know that actually had so much damage.
Yeah, that's probably been wiped out, that. And I'm sure, I remember that it weren't long ago when that was just still the building just rotting there.
Yeah.
And then it was just like. So you people as well, he's going off topic. It's meant to be Church Street and he's doing Church Street slightly off, Church Street slightly off.
I'll do like little bits up the side streets. Now, this. So this has been coming to Preston for the past like 5 years.
Actually longer than that.
Yeah,
when I came up scene.
And then
it'll be too late then, that's where I want to get you.
I've been here what now? 12 years, and it was doing that when I think I'd been here about 9 years. It's like,
oh no, so it was Sandos that was in that building over there, not Nando's. This one. It's now moved over here. Which it narrowly just missed this bloody fire here, which we're going to talk about in a second. But yeah, this building used to be the Denim Fortress. Unfortunately, I can't really find much information on it.
so there you go.
But apparently this row from here all the way to the end of this is supposed to be demolished. So they've already started by this mysterious fire that happened here. So the building that used to be here, this first building, because there was 2 buildings here, this used to be called Cox Carpets, and it was a grade 2 listed building in 1979. And then this one, kids stuff was first here, then Atkinson's, then it was a takeaway called Aliz. This is a takeaway that's been here for a while as well. Refreshment Village.
They've just done their sign up as well, haven't they?
And then we've got Marshall's,
Got a cake box.
which I'll do a photo fade on that building as well. We've got a photo of what that used to look like. And then we've got the Old Dog, which closed in 2018. And it now stands empty because it's a listed building. Now, if we're going to be following the trend with all the rest of these buildings in Preston, it's probably going to get set on fire at some point.
Yeah.
Then it has to be demolished.
As everyone should know by now, Preston's the capital city of arsonists.
Yeah, it is. If anything's listed and it needs to be removed, it just gets set on fire. Now this we thought was a cinema, but it was something called Aqualenium. It was a nightclub, and some remember it from the early 80s. But yeah, that now stands empty and abandoned. We've got a little shop here that looks a bit run down, but the top of it seems to be getting done up. Then over here we have cake box, as Sean said before, a barber shop, and Mr. Joe's. So that used to be called Mr. Joe's and then Joe Jr. next to it, but now it's a Barbers.
Huh.
That's now derelict and run down. Then we've got Fresh and Fast.
Oh, you mean mine?
Yeah, one of Sean's favourite takeaways. It's not very nice.
What, I went in there twice. What was it, the chips they do? Was it skin fried chips still?
Skin fried, like red chips or something.
Yeah, like.
They were nasty.
And I loved them. And Lee was like, oh, they're nasty, they're nasty. No, you just don't like anything that's good for you, that's what it is.
So at some point that used to be £1 plus. And I think this used to be a bed shop. Up here.
Free delivery. Dining set, bedroom unit. Actually, it was like a kitchen type thing.
But I am actually guessing that homeless people live in there.
Bullshit days.
Or an organised homeless thing. But yeah, it used to be called Atkinson's. Then I think this used to be a government building, which is now shut down. And then we've got Tesco's, which is also shut down because there was a flood from one of these flats up here that flooded both Easters East and Tesco. But it seems like Tesco couldn't afford to fix it, but Easters East could. Doesn't make sense, but yeah. That's now an empty building. And then we've got... which this street's named after? Church Street.
Wasn't that long ago when they dug this up, did they? All this path.
Yeah. And I think we mentioned in a previous video that they actually found remains just about here. Because obviously this is a church, so there would have been like graves.
More, yeah, because I'd be surprised if all this wasn't just grass at one point.
Yeah, it probably would have been. Yeah. But yeah, Easters East, that's a really nice eatery. And then we've got this, which is pretty much new. Looks really
Have
nice.
they changed that again? That, like, that, well, painting or whatever they call them, mosaic,
Mural.
mural or whatever, yeah. I don't know if they changed it, because I'm sure it was a guy last time.
No, I think it's always been the same as that.
There's meant to be plenty of them all over Preston, but then they get removed.
Then this was the old TSB Savings Bank. So it's now called, well, the name 12 Tellers was named in honour of the bank. Which is run by Witherspoons. Then you've got Hogarth's, which is inspired by Hogwarts. It's a bit of a grand building. And you got Hot World, Pizza King, and Richer Sounds has been there for a long time as well. So Bull and Royal. Which has got a courtyard. And this one used to be called Hairlucinations. Which was in the year 2000. So it's still got the original balcony up above. Then we've got Bolton's Court, which goes at the back end of town. And we've got a fake Chick-fil-A. That just cracks me up every time when I see that. Kind of looks like it's a bit run down actually. So this is Miller Arcade. And then we've got Slug and Lettuce, which used to be Yates's. There's quite a few restaurants down here. This is pretty new in the last few years. And then you've got Old Cock Yard, which also goes to the back end of town. People often make funny jokes about that one. So this used to be a cinema, as you can probably tell by the decor. I will try and show pictures of inside this before some of the fire that demolished next door took place, but yeah, what a grand building that is. So Tokyo Joe's was a prominent nightclub on Church Street, and it stood in the shadow of the Minister Church, which is over there. It was a significant landmark in the area, but it was closed in 2006, and it left a lasting impact on the community. It did actually open for one last time, I think in 2023, was it? Tokyo Joe's also opened as the cinema, which is next door, in 1928, but then it transitioned to a disco venue in 1990 after a £1 million refurbishment. So if you know the band Take That, they performed here in 1991, but unfortunately Tokyo Joe's was demolished in 2023 because of a fire in May of 2022. Now that was one of the biggest impacts in Preston, that one. And now all that's left is a car park behind it. Now a betting shop that's actually shut down, that's actually rare. And we've also got another alleyway that goes to the back end of town centre. Revolution. I'm trying to remember what this was called. Sometimes my mind doesn't work, but I'm sure to actually put it in the video of what it used to be called. Then we've got this shop shut down. It used to be Slater's, which has now moved further up the road. We've got a mobile shop. Then we've got another, well, it's not really a shop, but I don't know what that is, in Telling. And then you've got Town Flats, which are just above. And this is the other side of Miller Arcade. And where the road is there, they actually used to have toilets in the middle, or entrance to the toilets, which I'll try and attach a picture or two on the video for that as well. But continuing on, we got Waterstones in this grand building. So that was part 2 of Preston City Historic Adventures. Did you like the video? Well, we hope you did, because quite a few of you seem to like the first part. So there is going to be also multiple parts to this video. There's still going to be part 3, 4, 5, all exploring the other parts of the town centre. So, we hope to see you soon.